Hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I am also known as the Taropist. And I am going to be your tarot card reader. Guys, we are going to do a collective love reading today. This can resonate for any placement of any sign at any time. And this can be anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that gorgeous mind of yours. Guys, we are going to look at the energy that you bring to the connection that you have on your mind, and in the second column, we'll get an energy that the person that you have on your mind brings. Because I am just picking up on energy, you're always welcome to welcome, welcome to reverse those roles. And in the third column, we will get a potential outcome. It is potential because I am just picking up on energy. And ultimately, these are energies that are available to you, and any actions that you would take in your physical reality are ultimately going to shape your physical reality. I hope that makes sense for you. Guys, anything that you would ever need to know about myself or the channel, you can find in the description box below, the channel description or my community tab. You can certainly always check out the website, which is www.theterapist.com. I am currently closed for Zoom and FaceTime readings. However, I am available for pre-recorded and emailed private readings. Guys, anything you need to know about that is going to be listed in the description box below. And if, of course, that's going to be the most powerful way for me to pick up on your personal situation and channel your personal energy. But if you are not interested or unable to purchase a personal reading for any reason, and you would like me to be more likely to pick up on your particular situation in my collective readings, then do make sure you are engaging with the channel in some or all ways in order to transfer your energy here onto the channel and into the readings. Again, for me to be able to pick up on your personal threads of energy more easily. Okay. So some easy ways that you can engage with the channel are by liking or commenting on any of my videos or community tab posts. You can certainly always share any of my content, and my personal favorite, and I think the most powerful way for me to pick up on your personal energy in these collective readings is by clicking that little subscribe button below. If you are going to subscribe to the channel and you would like to be notified when I do upload or go live in the future, then make sure you do have your little bell notification icon set to all. Sometimes we do all signs readings. Sometimes we do personal questions, free personal questions if you have them at the end of those live readings. So just make sure that you have your notifications set to all. Again, if you are interested in catching me live at any time, either to catch the all signs reading or the collective reading, or sometimes I'll do some private or mini personal readings at the end of those lives. Okay, which are free. Of course, we always do accept and appreciate donations on the channel here, and the PayPal and Cash App are listed in the description box below for those. And thank you so much to all of you who have donated and supported the channel in any way. I really appreciate all of the love and support. And, this has been a little passion project of mine for many years, but it hasn't always been very consistent for me due to life and things like that. But I've been here a lot more often. And I just want to say, for those of you who have been here more consistently than myself, even, thank you so much for all of the love and support. And let's get into your love reading, guys. We are going to start out with these dream guidance love messages just to try to catch a little vibe, see what kind of relationship we're working with. Shake your fast. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. Okay, guys. Cute. I always love when little weird songs come through, but we will see. I always think that I have I do have definitely powerful psychic folks on this channel. I can feel that energy, but I always get big energies. That's all I'm going to say. Either people who are definitely going to be very successful in music or already are. I can feel that energy. I always feel Eckhart Tolle's energy. I love him so much. I regret hurting you. Oh, well, I just threw that. I was pissed off, I guess. I just threw that right off. That's there. Ouch. That's my ribs. So I regret hurting you. Well, you should, you little a-hole. I'm just kidding. Let's find out more. By the way, it doesn't feel malicious at this time. It feels aloof is actually the energy that I'm getting, and we're going to get more. I got one card here, but what energy that I'm channeling right now is like somebody didn't recognize the depth of the connection, or they just didn't have any depth. Is actually the energy that I'm getting is like they were not easily hurt, or they were just kind of skimming by in a very I want to say aloof is the energy that keeps coming through. They could be an Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius, but it feels like somebody who just didn't realize that there was more meaningful things in life than just what's right on the surface. You are always on my mind. I regret hurting you. And on the bottom of the deck is I am not your option. Okay. Yeah, so it kind of does feel like somebody treated the other a bit like an option, okay? And again, it's not because out of malice, it was out of maybe not recognizing the sacredness of a relationship or of a kind of like committed relationship or something like that. We're gonna get more. We're gonna get tarot on it. So we are gonna look into the energy that you bring to the connection that you have on your mind. I think I already went through all this in the intro here. But again, you can always reverse rolls 1 and 2. But we're going to start out with these Light Seers Tarot. Seven of Pentacles. And then something that you've invested in or feel invested in, right? I'm getting in the card, your hard work is paying off. I feel like the investment was in yourself, and it's got people, yeah, it is like not, I want to say people, actually, not just this person, but people wishing they had treated you better or not. It's like because you didn't value yourself is actually the energy that's coming through is like nobody could value you. It's like almost impossible for somebody to truly value you when you don't value yourself. And it's mostly because you will abandon yourself and be somewhat unreliable or unpredictable in that energy. I hope that makes sense for you. The Queen of Pentacles, gorgeous energy, by the way, whoever you're dealing with here. And you can always reverse the roles, but this person seems very stable, very grounded, very safe, very warm, I'm getting very attractive as well. And I don't always get that on the Queen of Pentacles, and I want to say they might be beautiful, but physically, but there's more of a, everybody just wants to be in their energy. It's like because they feel safe and warm and they feel predictable. By the way, not in a boring way, in a very like it's like even if something unpredictable happens, the way they'll handle it's like nothing can throw them off. I hope that makes sense for you. But the safety that they offer, so maybe it was you that hurt them. Let me get more. 4 cups here in the potential outcome I don't love, but the 10 of cups I do love in the overarching energy, and we're going to get to all of that. The 4 of cups here is about a need to recognize what we have right in front of us, right? Something beautiful that's right in front of us while we're too busy. I want to say focusing on the things that we don't have, we don't really get to enjoy the things that we do. And let me just see here because I am not your option. We're going to clarify everything because again, this 4 of cups energy is like the same energy that I was getting that you had previously. And I do want to say it's you, by the way, that was aloof or unaware of the value of the person that you had in your energy, right? It's like, I want to say, let's just say this is the best way to explain it because I think the whole world is a bit obsessed with like fame and fortune, right? So it's like you having this person in your energy and they were madly head over heels in love with you. And now the rest of the world can see, first of all, they started to value themselves. And I think you have too. But it's saying, and we're going to clarify everything, but I don't know yet which is which. What's channeling through me here is that one of you were head over heels with the other, but again, the person, I want to say you now, that didn't know how to value themselves, certainly didn't know how to value anyone else, is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. And vice versa. But no, I do feel like this person had a good value of oneself or kind of like self-respect or self-love. And I want to say they were head over heels in love with you, but you didn't realize that what an honor that was. First of all, because I now feel like, and this doesn't have to be, but like the energy they're bringing is like this person is now famous or becoming famous or a rising star or the rest of the world is seeing their value finally. I want to say nobody could before. And I want to say that that was strategic, a plan for them to, it's like I'm going from overlooked to overbooked here energy or something like that. Um we're going to get more. We're going to clarify everything. It does, with the 10 of cups here and the overarching energy, feel like something that could definitely lead to that sort of like happily ever after or that happy family energy. But it does feel like it's been a lot of different lessons to get us there. One of which is you learning how to value yourself so that you could value other valuable things. I hope this makes sense for you. It's like when you don't have self-worth, then it's like nothing is of value. Okay, or you're certainly not inviting or attracting valuable things into your life. By the way, I feel like this person was already of value and they felt this connection with you originally. I do feel like you hurt them. We're going to get more. We're going to clarify everything because it could still be vice versa here, and you can always reverse the roles. Hmm. Well, interesting. Okay, so it is saying now that you do feel, or now that you've kind of discovered your own worth, you're starting to see the value in this person. By the way, I want to say that there's this, it's a little sketchy here where it feels like you might now find this person valuable because the rest of the world does. Who, when they really needed you to value them in their least valuable time, I want to say there was a dark night or something in their, where it's like they maybe were learning their own worth as well. I said they always knew. Nobody always knows. But they were learning their worth by way of dark night of the soul or dark, like the darkness. So, like discovering their own darkness, trying not to, it's like trying to accept their own darkness or something like that. And it felt like they were being rejected by the rest of the world. And the one person they needed to feel connected to or accepted by was you, I want to say. And I do feel like you might have dropped that ball, but we're going to find out more. And I do feel like it had more to do with your own inability to see your own worth. Okay, we're going to get more because it is just a process. But I will say that this person, whether, I feel like the world can see their value now. So now it's like you seeing it. Is it because you actually see it? Is it because you actually feel it? Is it because you actually care or love them? Or is it because the rest of the world wants you now and you want, to be the person they choose just for that reason? Let me find out more because you do have the Knight of Cups in your energy, which does feel like you're feeling very romantically drawn to this person. Like I said, though, it's hard for me to decipher, and I think it's hard for them to decipher your motives. And so if your motives are good, then you should be, even if they don't give you what you want now, then you should still have good intentions for them. Seven of Wands. 777, by the way. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. Might mean something for you, might not. And something about this person has done the healing that they needed to do, and now they need to stick to their guns here. This isn't going to be easy. I do feel like you're going to have to break past a bit of a wall that they've built up to protect themselves from the kind of rejection they felt from the world and you originally. Let me find out more. Oh, the Chariot card. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Capricorn or an Aquarius here. You could be a Pisces or a Leo. I didn't even talk about the Strength card because the Strength card is a card of patience, and they're saying just that. You're going to need to be patient here. Well, you may, it's like, I want to say you may have already, or you're going to, and I think you should express the way that you're feeling for this person to this person authentically and emotionally. You're not going to get what you want immediately. This person has been through the ringer, I want to say, and through the world's rejection, and I want to say even ostracized. It feels like outcasted. And I want to say while they were feeling that way and they felt this deep connection with you, you also out of your own inability to see your own worth. So when we're unable, this is what they're saying. When we're unable to see our own worth, we have a hard time going against the grain or doing what's right when the world is doing what's wrong or something like that. And it looks like because you didn't know your own worth, you maybe just ran with the crowd in the wrong direction, which might have accidentally, inadvertently, unintentionally ostracized this person even further. Even though you did feel the strength of the connection with this person, I hope this is making sense for you because it's very powerful, but it is saying that you're going to need to be patient with this person as they heal. The point of their entire lesson was that they don't need the validation of anyone else. When you're this powerful of a person, you in fact can't have the universe. God will not allow you to have external validation while you're pursuing whatever you're purposely drawn to and healing your own wounds, because then it will distract you from it will stop you. Actually, it will make it so it's impossible for you to find your own worth, your own um bearings or something like that, footing, grounding. This person does look like a victory coming. By the way, like I said, it does feel like this person might be in the public eye and they might be getting a lot of attention now. The star card, the chariot card, and it's saying like they stuck to their guns regardless of what the world thought of them. They went against the grain and did what was right. And again, I feel like you were a part of, inadvertently, and not a huge part, but it was like you didn't have their back because you didn't even have your own, is what the energy is. This feels very like what's going on in the world today, and it is very taboo to go against what the masses, the illusion that the masses are living in. By the way, the masses are very brainwashed and nearly in a trance. And it's like when the I want to say the media will flip their switch by triggering their emotions, and then like it's like they keep showing me like a snap and then everybody like brainlessly, mindlessly walking that way, right? Which is the sheep, the herd, the whatever it is, this group think mentality. But it isn't like you think. These people are not purposefully going with the grain. They're very, it's like I'm getting like a frequency, like a dog whistle is actually the energy. They don't know the dog whistle is happening, but they can't help but follow it. I hope this is making sense for you because I do feel like the person that you have on your mind here went against the grain before it was popular to do so, stuck to their convictions, and I believe they're getting a victory here in the public eye because of it. However, I think that you're finally seeing, it's not like finally seeing, I want to say you already knew you felt these feelings for them back then. But you were not strong enough in your own convictions and your own self. You didn't have enough self-esteem, self-worth. I am feeling like you have, maybe with the 7 of cups here, you've had the ability to see the difference in the kind of connection that this person offered and the kind of connections that are out there, these meaningless, pointless, I want to say unpredictable and mindless connections that are attached to this group. Think these people will turn on you at any time if the whistle is blown. So if you think anywhere outside of the box that they live in, they will turn on you immediately without like recognizing that maybe you've been friends with some of these people for 30 years, 20 years, 10 years. And when you immediately, the second you try to think outside of the box or step outside of the group think mentality, they will turn on you and act like you never knew them. And you're starting to recognize the value of the loyalty or the authenticity that this person offered. I hope that makes sense for you. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and there is something about this 4 of cups that I can't kind of get through, so I'm gonna try to though. Whew. Yeah, it's like well, again, you're gonna need to be patient. Now we do have this Temperance card, which is another card of patience and things being tempered out. The Judgment card, another major arcana. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas here. And some beautiful major arcanas. We have the Judgment card. This does represent the planet Pluto or transformation, or I want to say enlightenment or a revelation of some sort. Again, I feel like it's this you kind of recalling or finally awakening to or reawakening to the value of this person, or just the type of loyalty or honesty or authenticity that this person offers is the energy that I'm getting here. It's just so rare. This person is a rare breed. And I want to say, I'm not saying you're not, please. And if you need to reverse these roles, you certainly can. But I want to say, as somebody who maybe went with the crowd for most of your life, um, and because, by the way, we were conditioned to do so in school, we made teams, or we made, everybody kind of compete with one another to get the approval of the teacher, or all these things where we were all taught to kind of um, say how high when people said jump or something like that. Because this feels very powerful, but it does feel like a little bit of betrayal that this person, what does it say here? I am not your option. You're always on my mind and I regret hurting you. I do feel like it's you, or again, whoever's in spot 1 here that regrets hurting spot 2. And spot 2 needed to go through some serious self mastery. A powerful connection or a powerful person like this that is meant to lead a large collective audience can't just fit in with the crowd and go with the grain. Okay. Is they're always going to have to fight opposing forces, and always going to have to, well, when you're innovating or you're teaching the world a new way or maybe an old way of being, then you're going to have a lot of like pushback is the energy that I'm getting here, a lot of opposition. Ultimately, it feels like, and you're starting to see the value or the power in a person who was willing to go against the grain when the whole world was against them, and continuously stick to their guns. Again, it does sometimes take many years for that victory to finally come in, and many years of feeling ostracized and disconnected from the collective or the rest of the world. Even though I want to say they feel so connected to it, like they feel so connected to the happiness, or like they want the world to be a better place for everybody involved, right? Something like that. They feel connected to the desire for the world to be happy, but they feel disconnected from the world or something like that. I hope that makes sense for you. But it feels ultimately like this connection is going to help the world see things from the perspective that they've been able to see things from all along. And ultimately, you're just going to have to be patient while they try to decipher whether or not you're able to be trusted at this time. Ultimately, it does look like just clear communication here, being honest with one another and vulnerable with one another is going to make this connection come in, and of course, help you all fulfill the purpose that you're here to fulfill together. Sounds lovely to me. If you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next reading. Mwah.